Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, the 24th of 2025. And I'd like to address something that I think a lot of people don't like, that I am calling amounts. Now, I'm not being hypocritical here, and here's what I mean. Most of my channel are, well, it's sort of evenly split in a way. If you combine Gen Y and Gen Z, the millennials together, got 30% of my channel. If you put in people in Gen X, I'll get like 60 something. The balance being, well, I believe it or not, I got people in their 70s following this channel. So I am trying to be considerate of all my followers. And when I think back think upon what the needs are, and I think back on my time in my early 20s, back in the 80s, late 80s, I think about what I needed, because I remember how tough it was back then. And I understand the challenges going on now. This is not some kind of boomer show where it's like, in my age, I did this. Yes, I did. I've often worked 2 full-time jobs. I get it. And let me fix this. It annoys me. I gotta work on that. One of the things is I see commonalities. Now, hear me out. Grandma Bacon Cookies, and there's a couple of grandmas on this channel, that's awesome, have a lot of similarities to their 20-year-old grandchildren, so to speak, on this channel. Now, one of the things I want to stress here is that a lot of this is about budgeting your time as well as budgeting your money. Now, if you are, let's say, in your early 20s, you have a time horizon that does seem different from the time horizon of the grandmothers on this channel. That's, while technically correct, in a literal sense, is not realistically correct. And I'll say why right now. The utilization. Wow, that guy's speeding behind me. Boy, he's doing 90. Wow. Massachusetts, I figured. Sorry, Massachusetts people, but y'all are bad drivers around here. Back to the 20-year-old. You're budgeting your money. You're looking at, your goal is not quote-unquote retirement, but income. Grandmas on this channel, your goal is also income. You don't trust the system. You're learning, and that's awesome. You're learning the system. Even if at one time you could trust it, you can't trust it anymore. And that's what your grandchildren know. You can't trust the system. You got to make your own out here. Even if somehow they keep Social Security going, and that's all. We'll need a documentary to cover that. That's going on there. You need to have that steady income across both those brackets. Now, if you're in that bracket, my bracket, you're a little bit better off if you Gen X, because you'll have a little more time to enjoy it than your parents would. But you got to be compensatory for the gains that you'll have. So while we all celebrate this Like everyone says, crypto go up, XRP, let's go to $5. If we went to $5 from this point, yeah, your value doubles, but the amount of XRP you can buy cuts in half. Think about that. Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about that. The amount of XRP you can buy cuts in half. So you had better have 3,000 to 5,000 XRP. Now, I'm not saying overbuy. If all you can afford is 1,000, 2,000, or 500 of them, so be it. We got Flare coming online with their staking, they say. That would be FXRP. And I'm sure Mr. Schwartz is working on some type of staking solution, or more than one. So if you stay diligent and vigilant, you'll be able to have an income flow. You'll be able to compound your staking. And this is an important point that I have said before. And you don't hear anybody else talking about this, at least I don't. Auto compounding. And getting compensated in kind. In other words, if you stake XRP, you want to get XRP in return and automatically restake that. Now, of course, the developer who develops this has to be cognizant to create a table for tax reporting purposes, because, you know, everyone says, oh, Trump's going to say it's tax-free. We'll see what happens. You have to be prepared, because the people that don't want you to be rich, they'll take your taxes just as a method, as a tool to keep you poor. On this channel, I remember where I came from. Abject poverty, and I suffered a lot from it. I lost out on many of the things that people take for granted. People whine about their marriage. You're lucky you got married. People whine about their kids. You're lucky you have kids. On this channel, we don't play that moan, groan, and complain. If I wanted to whine about my life, I'd be a little whiny boy, but I'm not. I'm grown. And I highly suggest everyone embrace the same mentality. Appreciate what you have, make it grow. And you can apply that to your life as well as your finances. So I wanted to stress that to everyone out there. The reason why I say these numbers is so that you can budget your money and your time appropriately. Don't fall for the rah-rah boys. And I gave my prediction, which a lot of you follow my channel on it. I gave my prediction because that's how I see the opportunities coming. I really see XRP easily hitting $10,000 very soon. And I see it because of burn off from being used, from people hodling. I see the price going up. And you'll get a lot bumpy because some people have that magic $1 million number and all that kind of stuff. It's not what we're going to do, the followers on this channel. We're going to take loans against our assets. We don't sell here. That's why I stress to everyone, do not overbuy. Because we're never going to sell our cryptos. Now, the other coins I speak of, that's for later on. That's more for the Gen Y, Gen Z millennials. These are coins that you're going to be able to invest in and get a good return on it, in my humble opinion. And of course, nothing I say is financial advice, nor advice of any kind. It's just my humble opinion. opinion. I have to say that. But I sincerely believe that I'm right on this matter. Now, we literally have a green light, ladies and gentlemen. This is amazingly stupid. Anyway, a lot of traffic on this road today. But yes, I just want to bring these points up to people because you got a lot of YouTubers on here who do not have a financial mind, and they're essentially giving financial advice. They haven't trained in finance. They haven't trained in economics, which is technically different from finance, just in case you didn't know. They haven't trained in tax. They haven't trained in tech. They just go rah, rah, and people follow them. Don't be the greater fool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to make sure you're clear, because let me tell you one thing. I don't think it's today. I think it's tomorrow. We're getting that announcement regarding the ETFs. You never know, it might be today. And while I'm not a fan of ETFs, ETFs are a product of the field that we are invested in with the global financial system. So just get yourself on the ready and make sure you stay vigilant within the community for XRP and the global financial system. Thank you for watching, everyone. Please like, please share, please subscribe. I try to give you real talk, not the rah-rah hoo-ha, but definitely know what you hold, know what it's intended to do, know what it can do, and understand their plan, because this is all part of a plan, ladies and gentlemen. All right, thank you for watching, and be good to each other. Peace.